Welcome to my vintage love. I am, let's see. Sorry, I should
I have some exciting news to share.
Yes, thank you. Welcome to my vintage love. I have some exciting news to share with you. You might have noticed that we haven't been making as many videos lately. I think COVID really afforded us a time to make a lot, and I'm really grateful for that. The reason that we haven't been making as many videos lately this past year is partly because of work and partly because I am pregnant. I am currently, as of this taping, 31 weeks pregnant, and we're going to have a boy, a little baby boy, at the end of February. And of course, we are very, very excited. We went through IVF to do this, so it's been a journey. And if anyone's been through that, you know it can be very time consuming and very emotional and all of those things. So that's part of the reason we haven't been filming as many videos. So to all the fans out there that wish we would film more, I am sorry. I wish we could do more, but life gets in the way sometimes. So I wanted to let you all know what was happening, and partly just to let you know, because everyone's been so lovely and supportive about the channel, and also to let you know that because babies take up a lot of time in a really great way, this probably will be the last video for a little while. I'm very much hoping that we can get back to shooting videos on a regular basis at some point. Of course, the little baby will be in them, where we want to get him lots of cute little vintage baby outfits, hopefully. So if you do want more regular updates, as we say at the end of every video, please do follow us on Instagram at My Vintage Love Blog, because we do a lot more updates there than we do video updates here. Any videos that we put on Instagram, I will do my best to put in the short section of our videos here. But I just want to let you all know, and thank you for all the support that we've already received and all the love we've already received over on Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram already, you would have seen our announcement. But yeah, I just want to let you all know we are very excited, of course, / terrified, / excited, / all of those wonderful things that comes with motherhood and parenthood, especially this late in the game. I'm 44, so it's, yeah, definitely, we're older parents for sure, but we are very excited. So now that we made that announcement, I just wanted to talk a little bit about vintage maternity styling and how I have styled myself up until this point. I have been, sorry, I have been fairly lucky, I guess, in that I've been carrying pretty small. As of this taping, as I said, I am 31 weeks pregnant, so at the end of my 7th month. And I'm going to show you my bump. This is my bump right now. So pretty small for 7.5 months-ish. I really only started to show around 6-ish months. I was able to hide it pretty well up until then. And I kind of faced a bit of a conundrum, because in my experience, which is not huge, about looking at vintage maternity clothing, a lot of it was very tent-like and kind of dowdy to my eye. So I knew that I didn't want to go the dressing in full vintage maternity outfits, true vintage maternity outfits during my pregnancy. But, you know, for practical reasons, like things stopped fitting, you know, my boobs have gotten a lot bigger. And also like my entire life, I've had a small waist, and, you know, I've been very pear-shaped my whole life. So to become kind of apple-shaped was very challenging. But I'm just going to share some of the hacks and tricks that I came up with, the way I chose to dress for vintage maternity. This might change in the next 7-8 weeks as I kind of near the end of being pregnant, when things get really big. But, you know, basics like sweater dresses are your friend. Anything with stretch is going to be your friend. Swing coats are your friend. A-line coats are your friend. Wrap dresses are your friend. Anything that's not too tight. So one of the things I found online, I'm going to show you real fast, is this is a great skirt from Seraphine Maternity. I'm going to put a link to Seraphine Maternity below. If they still have this in stock, I will link to this particular skirt, just because it has it's maternity. It has a great stretchy waistband, you know, nice pleats. This is a shape that would have happened in 40s, 50s. I do wish it was in a matte fabric instead of a shiny fabric, but this is all they had. I've worn this so many times going to vintage events. Basically, my shortcut, my hack for quite a few events, for the 20th century train ride, for a friend's party, for all kinds of the vintage subway ride here, was to put that skirt with a vintage blouse that still fit, or this just plain black scoop neck bodysuit, not maternity, but really stretchy. That skirt, blouse, or or bodysuit with a vintage jacket or coat over that, some vintage accessories, worked beautifully. I found that, you know, if 80% of your outfit is vintage, no one cares about the other 20%. So that skirt served me really, really well. So if you're looking to kind of dress in the similar fashion if you're pregnant, that might be a good investment piece for you. I think it was about $90, but it's by far one of the best things I bought. Really, really good. So yeah, I would say that's kind of what the main hack I had, was to wear basic black, stretchy things underneath, or vintage blouse, and then something more A-line, or a jacket that wasn't necessarily buttoning, but gave the effect. So that's been a great workaround for me so far. The other thing I mentioned is anything wrap. This is a Sayberry's. This is a Sayberry's dressing gown that was shortened a bit, so it's about mid-calf on me. Bit big when I got it, but now it's perfect. So I've been able to wear this to a friend's wedding, a few various events. So this has been really good. So if you can find anything that wraps, very, very helpful. Yeah, a lot of these dressing gowns can be really nice too, because there is that adjustability of size. That comes in very handy. I am now very grateful for everything that used to be a little too big on me that I can still squeeze into. I'm trying to think of anything else that might be really helpful. A-line coats, swing coats, clutch coats, anything like that. I wore a beautiful white one to one of the vintage train rides recently, and that's great. That will hide virtually anything. So that is a very helpful thing to know too. Yeah, and I should say, like, if you're pregnant and you love vintage and you want to go the full vintage maternity route, dressing route, that's amazing. I think that's awesome. It just wasn't my style, and I was trying to find that line between my style and staying, you know, dressing in maternity gear, but also staying true to myself. But I just didn't feel like true vintage maternity was my style, and staying true to myself. So I think I've done a pretty good job of doing that. It's been interesting, you know, to see people's reaction when we've told them, because most people didn't know. So yeah, it's been an interesting ride so far. I've had a very easy pregnancy for the most part, so for that I am very grateful. I have even more respect for all the moms out there, especially moms that have multiple children. I have nothing but respect. And when the baby arrives, I will have even more respect, I'm sure. So I am going to say goodbye for now. Please keep tuning in. Please subscribe below if you haven't already. I do want to get back to making videos once things calm down post-baby, and we can all kind of get in our rhythm and you know, hopefully, you know, maybe involve the baby and show off his little outfits too. Take him to events and all those great things. And like I said before, if you don't already follow us on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram at My Vintage Love Blog, and we will update more often there. So thanks again for everyone, for all the love and support that you've shown over the years. I really appreciate it, and this has been awesome. So I'll see you soon. Bye.
Happy tears.
Yeah.
So say they're happy tears.
Happy tears.